So folks, today we are talking about Marvel's X-Men reboot. As you guys know, people are super excited for it, and Michael Leslie, the writer of Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, will be working on the script for Marvel's X-Men movie. There have been some rumors and leaks from insiders. One big rumor is that Marvel might cast Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as the main villain Apocolypse in the MCU. This information comes from well-known insider on Twitter. People are already talking about how The Rock might bring a lot of energy and power to the role. Now, if you remember, the dog was in Shazam, basically the Black Adam in the DC universe. Those movies didn't go as well as planned, but it looks like The Rock might get another shot in the superhero world. This time might be with the Marvel. His new deal with Disney makes this possible, and it would be huge if he joins the MCU. Apocalypse is the big villain in the X-Men comics. There was a version of Apocalypse in the X-Men Apocalypse with the Oscar Isaac, but a lot of fans didn't like it. If The Rock plays Apocalypse, it could be a big redemption for the character. Fans are excited to see if Marvel will give this villain the justice he deserves. Other insiders like Daniel RPK have said that Marvel might use X-Men team from X-Men 97 animated series. This will be a smart move because fans love version of the team. Also, we hear that Wolverine might not be in the first movie because Hugh Jackman is still playing Wolverine in the MCU right now. There's also talk that Marvel might bring Mr. Sinister as a villain in the first movie. Mr. Sinister is a big villain who hasn't been in the live action movies yet. Some fans think that Marvel could introduce both Apocalypse and Mr. Sinister, setting them up as a long-term villains in the MCU. If The Rock really plays Apocalypse, could set up the whole new saga in the MCU. Imagine him as a villain that sticks around for multiple movies. He's got the presence to make Apocalypse feel like a huge threat. Marvel has a lot of options for where to take the X-Men, and they could do something really special with this storyline. And who knows, maybe we'll even see some other famous X-Men villains down the line like Magneto or Sabretooth. The possibilities are endless with the X-Men joining the MCU, since they weren't around in MCU and like this whole phases we've been through. They weren't around, so that's something that there's a lot of story to talk about, to want to like think about it and discuss about if there will be any like other villains that they want to bring it to the MCU in terms of X-Men, and with the villain like Apocalypse, we could be looking at massive storyline for the future of Marvel's movies. The time when Dwayne Rock Johnson was in the DCU and was trying to play the Black Adam and just go against the Superman. That didn't happen because in that time they weren't planning to bring back this Henry Cavill Superman. So that was the kind of whole point, that movie and that kind of plan that they had that never happened. So basically for now, if they really want to bring Rock to the MCU as Apocalypse especially, that's something very unique, because Oscar Isaac version of Apocalypse was something that he really went well with the role. He did good, but Apocalypse is the villain that needs to be something like he kind of looks like a big threat. And to be honest, Oscar Isaac wasn't really a big threat the way that the Grim and the way his body is, like the shape of his body. It wasn't like that. That was like that big bad villain. But for now, we have this chance to see The Rock for a villain, and I think he can nail it well if he's like trying to kind of act as what it should be and like not the typical role he has in every movie, because he needs to change his type of acting if he wants to play villain. And the fact that I still they want to keep the Hugh Jackman around as a Wolverine and don't bring the Wolverine in the first movie, that can be something also risky. But with bringing someone like Dwayne Johnson and people with same fan base as Dwayne Johnson to the film, they can make another kind of favorite character for the rest of the MCU as long as Hugh Jackman sticks around, maybe join the movies, and that's gonna be an interesting amount of fans that they want to watch the movie. It's gonna bring the a lot of money to the box office and stuff like that. That's something also interesting for in terms of X-Men reboots. So what do you guys think? Do you want Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Apocalypse and bringing back the 97 X-Men animation to the reality and make movie based on that universe? Characters, better to say. Or you want it to just be some whole thing reboot and something new? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And if I didn't mention anything about this topic, just make sure to comment below. See you next time.
What is that? 1300 AD, they called this man the hero from the sky. He was prophesied to have destroyed the evil